Well, thank you so much for joining us for another daily devotion. We're so thankful for you, praying for you, and I hope that this encourages you. I want to show you something that I have always found to be incredible. I've always very much enjoyed looking at this piece, and it's a special piece for our church and for this place. It's pretty heavy too, but here you see it. Just an incredible piece of work of art that has been created for our church. This was actually a piece that stood before our church one Easter. And there you can see the three crosses, the sign underneath that is risen. And it's just a picture of that empty tomb, but also on the hill of Golgotha. And it's almost like a complete salvation story in one piece, the complete story of salvation and redemptive history through Christ in one piece. And so for that, I just marvel at the handiwork of this. And you know, what's interesting when I look at this and the work that went into it, I don't even know how you begin something like this. I'm not very handy with my hands. I probably need to spend a few weeks at this carpenter's house to learn. And that's something that I want to take the time to explore. In Genesis 1, it says this, verse 27. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created him. Male and female, he created them. It's an incredible picture that one of the reasons I love this piece is because it shows such intricate detail. You have the detail of the three crosses. You have this curvature of the wood, and I'm sure that took incredible amount of time. I don't even know how you get wood that thick to curve like that, just like you needed. Again, I'm going to need some lessons in this. But then just the message of hope written across the front of this that says risen. The hope of the gospel is this, is that Jesus Christ rose from the dead. So everything about this just points again to the complete gospel that we have in Jesus. And the same marveling that I do for this piece is the same marveling I do when I think about the creativity of our God and the fact that he created humanity in his image. In the image of God, he created them. It's a pretty powerful thing when you think about all the human body can do and all the process that goes through and how we move and how we function, how we think, all the things that we have not even been able to scratch the surface on within our bodies or within the science and the biology and the makeup of who we are. And even this virus has brought out new information that we learn about. You know, when you even think about the DNA and how each person has their own DNA that is significant for them and even their thumbprint or their fingerprint or even the facial recognition that science has been able to do and give us with our phones, it is an incredible reminder of the great creator, of the great creation in which he has given us to enjoy and to prosper in. And so what I think about is all those things that prove that we are designed intelligently, but also there's such intricacies that God has created within humanity and how he's made us, his handiwork, and fashioned us together, knit us together in our mother's womb. But more than that, you know, one of the reasons I love this piece is because I know the carpenter that made it. When I look again, I'm going to pick it up again and show you. When I look at this piece, I'm reminded of Ken Carroll. I'm reminded of the hands and the person and the heart behind the creation. And I think that that is so significant for us to remember. One of the reasons I love this piece is because the carpenter and his patience, the way he loves his wife, the way he helps her, the way he helps serve her as she serves our church in such tremendous ways, but the way he carries himself, the way he cares not only for his wife, but for this church. And I'm reminded of the Lord in that the Lord, he has designed us, and it's pretty incredible to think about all the things that the human body can do. But it's only correct thinking if it leads us back to thinking about the creator and the carpenter behind the design and all that he's created us and given us the ability to do. And so for that, I hope that you're encouraged today as you look around and you see every single person you encounter has been made in the image of God. Every single person is an image bearer, and they matter. They matter because their life carries an image of infinite worth, of infinite design and creativity, and that we need to treat them in such a significant manner, treat them kindly, treat them with love, that we would love our neighbor as ourselves, and that we would take in the outcast, that we would accept those who are different and are different than us in our thinking, in our looks, in our abilities, all those kind of things. Whatever we place that importance on, we need to ground it in the gospel and see that the gospel triumphs all things, and that we points us back to the Creator who is so good to us and has given us life. And so today, take time to look around you, appreciate God's creation all around you, but know this, that He's created each and every individual in a specific way, in a specific manner that also carries His image. And so let's rejoice over the goodness of our God and knowing the great Creator.